Hey, what's up everyone? Today we are going to be testing out the Wyze Smart Lock, so stay tuned. Welcome back to another video everyone. Wyze just keeps expanding their smart home products more and more and more. I just picked up the Wyze lock and we are going to show you how easy it is to install, set up, and see how well it works. Now, a couple things to note about this lock is that this lock, I'll show you guys right here, is for the inside of your door. And essentially nothing is gonna change on the outside, so you're still gonna be able to use your key and everything. But this is going to allow you to lock and unlock your door remotely from your phone. It does come with a gateway, so this is going to connect the lock to your home network. Also inside the box, we have the back plate. This is going to connect to the lock, and then we've got some adapters. So depending on what lock you have, there are different adapters in here. And then we've also got some adhesive strips. Comes with some Duracell batteries, name brand, pretty nice. And then we've also just got the quick start guide. But now that you see what comes in the box, let's get this set up. In typical Wyze fashion, setup is super easy. You're just gonna load up the app, you're gonna add new product, select the lock, and then you're just gonna follow the on-screen instructions. It's gonna go step by step on everything you need to do. Once you have the gateway configured, you're now going to install the lock. To install the lock, I had to take off the deadbolt latch on the inside. I just had to unscrew the two screws. I took the mounting plate, I used the original screws that came in my lock to screw this one back in, got it leveled off, and then I just needed to find which adapter I needed. For me, I needed the green D-shape adapter. I inserted the smooth side into that one, so that way the rigid side would stick out so the lock could grab onto it, and then I was able to position the lock into place. There are two small black screws where the batteries go into. You're going to screw those in to connect the lock to the mounting plate. Once those are tightened down, you're going to insert your batteries, flap down the lever on either side, holding the batteries in place, and then you're gonna put the metal plate cover on, and that is held on by magnets. You'll go through the rest of the steps calibrating the lock, and then you're all done. All right, well, that was so easy to set up. We just followed the instructions, went and installed that door lock, and now it is all... It just locked on me. Uh-oh, that's not good at all. Oh man, could you imagine if that was real? Getting locked out right after you install the lock. Good thing none of that was true. That was all staged, but it was a concern and something that my wife definitely did not like at all because we step out of our house a lot. We don't want the door by default to automatically lock immediately. I went into the settings and I did change that to 5 minutes, but even that is a little short. If we step outside for something, say taking out the trash and bump into a neighbor, start talking to them, don't have our cell phones on us, the door is automatically gonna lock after 5 minutes. If you don't have your cell phone, you're screwed because this lock is only controlled on the inside. There's no touchpad as of right now where you can just put in a code to unlock it. So you have to have your phone with you at all times when leaving the house. That's kind of a scary thought. Either that or getting one of those security rocks that has a key inside that you can hide somewhere just to be safe. But that is my biggest concern with that feature. Now, turn the feature off. I don't like it. I turned it off. Don't automatically lock. We're used to locking our doors. That's all fine. You can set up different routines that say at a certain time of day, after everyone's home, 7, 8, 9, 10 o'clock, whenever you go to bed, automatically lock everything if you just want to make sure everything's locked, or you can just go into the app, check it there if you just want peace of mind. It also does have a built-in Bluetooth feature that when you're approaching your house, so say you left a certain area, you walked 100 feet, a half mile away, went for a walk, you came back, when it detects that you are back within a certain distance of your lock, it should automatically detect your phone and then unlock the door for you. That happened not too often when we first got it. I noticed that when we'd go for a walk and we'd come home, I'd come up to the door, it would not unlock. Also another scary thought. I mean, to think that you're working with this technology here and it's not unlocking. I mean, granted, I went in, I opened up the app, I hit the unlock, it unlocked for me. So this is something I believe that they are still trying to tweak and work out. Over the last few days, now I've been playing with this for the last 2 weeks, over the last few days, it actually has gotten more responsive and better. So I can definitely tell that they're working on it. Now I did find out that later in 2020, they're gonna be coming out with a number pad that you can put by the door. It looked to be wireless, so it looks like you could kind of stick it anywhere you want by the door, and that is going to control the lock. So if for some reason you don't have your phone with you and the door got locked, you could just type in your code and get in that way. So that is a nice safety feature to have. Personally, for me right now, as it stands, I'm disabling the auto lock and the auto unlock. I'm fine to just go into the app and manually control when that stuff is happening and not count on or assume that that's happening when I walk away. I don't want to just like leave my house and be like, oh, the lock's just gonna lock itself, I'm not gonna worry about it. And then, or an hour later, I open up the app and I check and I see it never locked itself. I'd rather just take care of it myself. You are also able to share this lock with other people. So those people would need to have the Wyze app installed, but then you can send them invites to give them access to the lock to get in and out if you want to do that. All right, so if you take a look at the app, I'm gonna click on my front door lock right here. It's going to have the button on the top showing that the door is locked, and then we've got all the history down below of everything that I've been doing with this lock. If you look in the top right corner, just below the gear, it shows that the door is closed. That is a cool feature that I like, that if you're not home, you can tell if your door is open or closed, because I don't want to be locking my door, but the door got left open for some reason. Let me show you guys what it looks like. I'm gonna go open up the door and let's take a look at what changes. All right, so you see we got a notification that popped down right there letting us know that the door was unlocked manually. It does show that the door is open and that the door is unlocked. So those are some cool features. And one thing that I liked too about this is that there seemed to be no delay. I was able to know, or I got the notifications right away when that happened. Okay, so right there, I just locked my door with the door open. It shows, hey, the door is locked, everything's good to go. But if you look up here, uh-oh, door's open. So that is not good. I'm gonna go close that door right now. So some other features with this lock is that it does have notification. So for example, as I'm approaching the house, say it auto unlocks for me, I will be getting a text with my specification that Steve automatically unlocked the door. Same with my wife. If she were to go for a walk, come back, and her phone detected and it auto unlocked for her, I would get a text saying that my wife came home and she was the one that triggered the auto unlock. If you do choose to use the auto unlock, it has increments of how long it'll wait before it locks. So you can either do it at once, which was the default when I got it. You can set it to a minute, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 30 minutes, or an hour before it auto locks. So for the auto unlock, it does have a geofencing feature. So you would have to go in and set your geofencing. So if you were to say, leave this invisible geofencing area, it would automatically detect that you left, and then when you come back into that area, it'll automatically unlock the door for you. I believe you can set that as big or as small as you want for your area. Now this lock does have a built-in speaker alarm system, I guess. I had this happen to me yesterday, but if the door is jammed, the lock itself will start beeping, so that way you can go check it out. Or if the door is left open, that is, they're two separate features you can toggle on and off. If the door is left open for a certain amount of time, it will also start beeping. So that's good to know if your doors are being left open. If you got kids, say a back door or something like that is getting left open, you can turn that feature on to be notified so you can close that door. So after a few weeks of testing, this lock is super easy to install and set up. It does have some features that I'm not a huge fan of, but for my case, I just turn those off. These may be features that you guys really enjoy and that you really want. This lock is priced really well for a smart lock. I went and actually took a look at some of the competitors. I saw the competitors for a lock that didn't have a touchpad on the outside, so just the inside like this one is, that were about $150. However, I noticed on Amazon, at least for the two other ones that I saw, they are now price comparing to this. So they had huge slashing in their pricing, I'm assuming to start competing with this lock. They were about the same, about anywhere from $80 to $100, but I love Wyze products. I love the Wyze ecosystem. I believe I have everything that they sold, so it's nice to just open up one app everything is just contained in there. You can set up different routines and things, so when it detects motion during a certain time of day and the door's unlocked, you can have it locked, you know, different things like that. Turning on cameras, like it's all built into their ecosystem, and you guys can tweak and play with it all within their app. If you guys want to check out this lock or any of the Wyze products, I will have links in the description below. If you guys are not familiar with Wyze Sense, it is their little starter kit that comes with a motion sensor and door and window sensors. It does connect to a camera, so you do need one of those. But if you guys want to check that out, check out my video that I did on that. If this video was helpful, give it a thumbs up. Let me know that you liked it. Don't forget to subscribe for more content like this, and I'll see you guys in the next one.